Welcome to Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Make sure you tell some friends. If you're catching us on the audio side, make sure you hit the Apple Podcast, Spotify, download us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Make sure you go to the Google Play or iTunes store and download Tales from the Tips. I'm DA.
I'm Mick. Can introduce myself today.
That's 15-year tour caddy Mick Middlemo. Do you want to speak now?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to interrupt you there for a second. I don't know, because the intros have been really good.
Well, this is episode 14, so finally now we're now you're just gonna open up your personality, huh?
A little bit. I've been a bit shy through the last one, so I think I'm going to come out of my shell today.
All right. Well, let's.
What are you wearing, by the way? Is that
we'll get into it.
Is it a certain golf club?
It is.
Okay,
we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's grip it and rip it.
Let's do this.
Today's episode is going to be more about updates, kind of some things that we've been talking about, and predictions. So episode 14, we're halfway through the back 9 episodes. I think on our last podcast we announced that Gustin's is going to be our official first location. We're going to do episodes 17 and 18 from Gustin's.
So this is 14, so 15, 16.
Yeah, we've got to. Yeah,
it's
before you decide to go down under.
Yeah,
we need to get all this stuff wrapped up.
If I don't sell my house, I ain't going down under.
Well, that's between you and your attorneys and stuff.
Yeah, I love paying my attorneys.
So I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, what is it?
This is Warren Valley Golf Club,
which is where?
In Dearborn Heights, Michigan. Now, I'll give you a little backstory.
Leo, can we cut out the word Michigan out of every time we have a podcast?
You're just upset that I wore a Michigan hoodie the last episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know why. I mean,
my first
we
wife,
do get to play.
My first wife was from Michigan. Right?
No, you never told me this.
Yeah, she was from Muskegon.
Oh, okay.
So I've been to Michigan many times. And her sister was a huge, big Blue fan. I just pull this out of nowhere sometimes.
Wow.
I can't tell you everything. Until sometimes it comes up.
You never told me this.
My first wife was from Michigan. I've been to Michigan many times when I was living in Chicago, driving up there, yes. And her sister, Sharon, was a huge Michigan fan.
Probably is a huge Michigan fan. Yeah.
She was a huge Michigan fan.
Oh, there's some of those. So I had never knew that you... Mm-hmm. You're first of 3.
First of 3. Second one was from Maine. Third one from New Jersey. I think I should just head south from now.
I was going to say you might want to focus south.
I think I want to head.
But you've declared that you're not getting
never,
married.
ever. And I have probably 30 friends who are watching this podcast with shotguns in hand, waiting for me to say, "I think I'm going to get married again." Words will never come out of my mouth. Okay, let's move on.
We're gonna have to get odds. Hey, Leo, we're gonna have to get odds from the bookies on the odds for Mick to get married for the 4th time.
Let's move on.
Okay, so Warren Valley Golf Club
yep.
is was a public course. Well, hang on, I'll get to it. It was run by the county, Wayne County, where the great city of Detroit is located. Don't roll your eyes. They're on a roll right now. We'll talk about that in a second. But no, my dad actually was a superintendent of the Parks and Rec department.
Okay.
So growing up, he was responsible for a 27-mile stretch of park and recreation in the county of Wayne. That's where my dad started. That's where he worked for years. He got me in as a seasonal at Warren Valley. So I worked at the club from, it was my end of my senior year of high school all the way through college. It got me through college.
Do you like picking the range and things like that?
We didn't have a range. It's 36 holes, Donald Ross design. Now, some of the holes
were starting to make sense. There was no driving range. Okay.
Now, actually the driving range was an open field. That's where I learned to play. But it was in the hands of Wayne County, and then they closed.
Okay.
And now a private investor has come in and reopened the club. And so I went on and I had a buddy of mine send me this as a reminder. He's a really good friend of mine. He knew how many years and how many hours I spent at that golf club, and he sent this to me. He goes,
So in the summer, you're going to go back and play there?
I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to get back. We went back a couple weeks ago for.
So I'm coming back with you then, I guess.
Yeah, you would love it. 36 holes. It's where I shot my 68. So I'm.
We both have the same lowest score.
I love that golf club. I'm very happy that it's now in the hands of private ownership versus the county ownership. It had started to slide. I'd love to get out there just to see what kind of changes that they've made. But yeah, Warren Valley Golf Club, Dearborn Heights, Michigan. It is open to the public.
I've never actually talked about my golf club that I was a member of in Australia, have I?
Yeah. No, we've never really gotten into it.
Oh, Heidelberg Golf Club in Australia, in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Very, very hilly golf course.
Warren Valley is not. It's flat. It will flood because of the river. So
of course, when I was a member there, they didn't have golf carts either. I mean, like, you had to walk.
You are a fossil.
Yeah, no, literally, it was really weird because when I first came over here and everybody would ride around in carts, that never happened in Australia. Everybody walked. But what I'm noticing here now is a trend to more people walking
Yes.
than riding golf carts. And it's I can see that switching a little bit
Starting
more.
to go back.
Yeah. Whereas in Australia now, it's going the other way because now my course in Australia, I think they have like 10 or 15, so you can rent them now.
Yeah.
So I know when I go back there in January and play, there's zero chance of me walking that golf course. Zero chance.
Will you take video?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a great golf course.
We got to have, hey, Leo, since executive producer Kim is still on holiday, check out episode 13 for the last time she, oh wait, no, that wasn't, she wasn't. I think she was on, I think it was episode 11 or.
Maybe episode 1.
She was on with us on the back nine.
Yeah, she has. She's
kind of disappeared.
She was sat on the couch over there and didn't say much.
Yeah. So we gotta get into some updates. Mm-hmm. You're in semi-retirement right now.
A little bit.
Are you bored yet?
A little bit. I've been driving a bit of Uber, actually, just chilling around, just driving some Uber, like a few extra. Spending money. Yeah, just chilling out.
Again, things that you don't tell me.
I can't tell you everything. I got to keep some things to myself.
Well, I shared with you that my barbershop now is across the street from you.
Yeah, and I said to you probably need a haircut, so that way you could be there today.
Yeah. Well, you got to go see Eddie. Eddie and Lou.
This is long for me because normally I would go like the 0 and then I would razor it straight out, but that's going to happen tonight. So before I start,
you got to take care of that tonight, huh?
Before I start drinking, I've made some bad trimming decisions after drinking alcohol.
Well, if you ever get bored and you want to go visit Eddie and Lou over at Plata Barbershop.
And I'm the one that gives out shameless plugs.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, these two guys, I'll give them credit. You know what? I am all for the entrepreneur side of things. These guys were in a bad situation at the old barbershop that I found, actually where I found Eddie at. And they finally were able to get away, and they are out on their own. So
okay.
I give them a lot of credit.
All right.
They're in a very... I will say this room that we're recording this podcast is almost the double size of what they are renting out right now, trying to make ends meet. So
right, give them another plug.
Plata Barbershop in Ackworth, Georgia.
Leo looks like he needs a haircut.
Leo, we're going to send you to Eddie and Lou.
I think we should on the.
I don't know.
When we do the podcast, when we do the podcast in Ackworth, well, we may go across.
Oh yeah,
there.
we're going to be right across the street.
So we may have to go across there.
All right,
or invite them over to Gustin's. Gustin's.
They'll do that. Okay. So retirement's going okay. Minus now you're Uber. I'm
not really
Uber
retired.
Mick.
I'm going to start. I have a couple job opportunities coming up after I get back from Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back working again. I'm just enjoying and having a little bit of time.
And
off.
on episode 13, I asked if you were being actively recruited for caddy position. You told me no.
Nah.
So has that changed?
Nah.
No.
I'd have to go back to the gym and start working out again, like walking on the treadmill and running on the treadmill and things.
Okay.
It's not high on my list.
All right. So let's get into an update.
All right. Let's go. Let's update.
NFL, our favorite topic right now because we're on our boys here locally are in a bad slide.
They're in a spiral.
The plane is on fire and heading straight to.
But they will not lose another game for the rest of the year.
You're making that prediction right now.
Right now.
Okay.
They are going to beat the Raiders, then they're going to beat the Giants, then they're going to beat the Commanders, and then they're going to beat the Panthers. See how I know their schedule?
I like this.
It's good.
I'm very good. I'm very impressed. Yeah, you're not wearing your Kirk Cousins jersey though. You're wearing an Angels jersey. Why?
It's just the one for the day.
So,
just because Otani's now the second highest paid person.
Oh, wait, second. Yes. Juan Soto now.
Yeah.
Took that reign. You said something after we wrapped up the last podcast. You were wearing a Cubs jersey.
Yes.
Did you? Okay. So for our listeners, as a reminder, I don't understand how he's a Cubs fan, but he's a huge Cubs fan.
He used to live right by Wrigley Field.
And you're an Angels fan, and you're a Giants fan.
No. I have a bunch of jerseys. I like collecting jerseys of different players, and so I have a bunch of. I have like 60 jerseys.
So whose Cubs jersey were you wearing?
Ryan Sandberg, and I had that jersey on because I know he's being diagnosed with cancer again. He beat prostate cancer, I believe, but apparently now it's coming back through his body and stuff like that. So I don't think he's going to be in very good shape. So, and when I first got to Chicago, he was one of my heroes.
Yeah.
You know, there was him and Mark Grace and Sean Dunston and those guys. Like they were my boys when I first got to Chicago. So yeah, so I have a soft spot for him. I think he was a class act and great player.
Oh,
so,
he was one of the best.
So that's why I had that jersey on.
Okay. Well, we have a soft spot here on the podcast for charities and cancer,
100%.
and fighting cancer and battling cancer. Obviously, Jared is a big part of our show.
Yeah.
Jared Lyle, and we, our last outing that you and I played in, our team was representing Jared and his charity.
And I gave you one of these hats.
I do. I know. I will bring it in.
Yeah.
I will bring it in. It's in my office at the house.
That's fine. That's good. That's what it should be.
So if we ever are recording on another platform, when we have Daniel Chopra, by the way, you announced Daniel's going to join us.
Yeah, He's
ready.
I'm excited about that one.
I'm excited about that.
Me too.
We'll get him on. I'll have it where you can see the hat. It's hanging up in my office at the house. So you basically we're not going to spend a ton of time on the NFL. You have a 3-game lead.
Mm-hmm.
That's due to one reason. You picked the Eagles. I picked
the Cowgirls.
The Cowgirls.
What a great way to lose that game was.
Can you believe that?
It's like Leon Letry.
I feel so. Okay, so I think I mentioned on our last episode, our director of sales here is a huge Texas. He's from Texas, so I give him. He's diehard Cowboys fan, diehard Longhorns fan. Great for him.
Good weekend for him.
He had a tough stretch there. Go Dogs. But it was one of those. As I'm watching the game, I literally was like, I cannot believe this is happening to this team.
I know,
and I don't feel bad. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I do not feel bad for the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones is getting exactly what he deserves, in my opinion. However, can you remember any other bizarre? I mean, the other one I remember of craziness is the Dallas Cowboys and Leon Lett
twice
sliding through the back of the end zone and knocking the ball out.
Yeah,
it's the curse of the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then he was going to have the touchdown in the Super Bowl, and I think was it Don Beebe snuck up behind him.
Yeah, punched it out.
See,
look at you.
I know this stuff.
You know your football,
and I didn't.
That's why you have a 3-game lead. No, actually, it's because you picked the Eagles and I picked the
and everything else has been horrible.
Now the other one that's causing where you don't have a runaway lead is you picked your okay. So by the way, because as I was doing this, I was like, wait, you picked the Packers.
I did.
You claim to be a Bears fan.
No, I don't. I lived in Chicago. I'm not a Bears fan. I'm a Falcons fan. You know I'm a Falcons fan.
He's a Bears fan.
No, he's not. He's never been a Bears fan. He actually grew up in Australia, a Redskins fan.
He actually said on this podcast, if you go back and look, that the Bears would do better than the Lions.
I did say that. But
okay.
Sometimes I come in here, I may be a little hungover. Make silly decisions.
Now we're okay. I'm just going to let you ride.
I can tell you one thing about the Lions. The Lions are not, and you will hear it first. The Lions are not going to win the Super Bowl with that coach.
Why?
He's reckless.
Awesome.
He already cost you last year.
No, poor play cost us in the second half.
Yeah. No, he cost you last year. He's going to cost you again. He's going to make a bad decision in a playoff game. Mark my words. He will make a bad decision in a playoff game for the Lions to lose, and I will console you. I will be here to console you. I am a very good friend. I will console you. I will not call you on the phone and go, I told you, I told you, I told you. I won't do any of that. I'll give you a couple of days to get over it, and then I will call you and go, I told you.
So, all right. I'm glad you brought this up. At what point do you give credit, though, for taking risks?
You can take risks when you're on a 10-game winning streak, I believe.
What he's done it without being on a 10-game winning streak.
And sometimes it doesn't work for him. And I think
risk is a risk.
I think he's reckless. Anyway,
I think he's calculated.
No, it's nothing calculated. It's reckless. You can't be calculated. That's a on the spur decision to do this. You don't plan for that. You just go, this is what we're doing. And yeah, it worked. And congratulations to him. It worked.
I mean, it's worked a couple times.
Yeah.
It's also backfired a couple times.
Yeah, but I think in the big stage, I think it's going to backfire. Anyway, that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. I'm not.
Hey, listen, I would rather have somebody taking a chance.
If the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl, I'll get a Detroit Lions tattoo.
Really?
I can't believe I just said that. 100%. I will get a Detroit Lions tattoo if the Detroit Lions win the Super Bowl.
This year?
Yeah.
I'll give you a caveat even.
This year. This year. This year. It has to be this year.
Yeah.
If they win the Super Bowl this year, I'll get the Detroit Lions tattoo.
This season. We'll say this season because that way there's no technicalities. That
This
it wasn't
season.
In 2024,
I
know. I
get you. No, in this season. Okay. I will 100%.
Okay.
And I'll even video getting it done.
Leo, get your cameras ready.
You're safe, Leo. You're not going to run
Actually, as a lifelong Lions fan, I have no confidence in them winning the Super Bowl.
Would you get one?
I'm excited.
Because you don't have any tattoos.
No,
Would you
I don't have any tattoos.
Would you get one?
No. No.
What are you just scared of the pain?
No. Okay. Well, I don't like needles. No. To be candid, I hate needles. I reluctantly will allow the doctor to give blood. Yeah. You've got all the tattoos for both of us.
Yeah, okay, I probably do.
You're on 27. Mm-hmm. We have a counter. Leo, maybe we should put up a counter on when we do some graphics. We'll put up the counter. Mick's tattoo count.
All right. So
which, by the way, you can see. We're going to post some photos from your birthday party.
Yeah. You'll see them.
Okay. So let me ask you this: biggest surprises, both good and bad, from the current season going on. Now we've got 4 games left in the season, regular season.
Biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise.
Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's a positive.
Yep.
Which one is? What would you say is? I did not see this coming from a negative side.
2 of them.
Okay.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
And the Atlanta Falcons. Because I have thrown the same amount of touchdowns this month as Kirk Cousins.
And less interceptions.
0. Correct. And less interceptions. But yeah. Yeah, really strange. Really strange season. From a guy that was like throwing lights out, won the offensive player of the week twice, and then now can't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
So I had to go back and listen to when we actually did our predictions.
Mm-hmm.
You're 100% correct on Minnesota. That is the biggest positive surprise out of this entire year.
Yeah.
By the way, you and I both buried them on the podcast.
As soon as Sam Darnold was their quarterback, I buried Sam Darnold. I thought he was useless.
When JJ went down, for me, I was like, they have no shot. I mean, I knew even as a rookie quarterback, they were going to be struggling.
Sam Darnold. Let's put Minnesota in a spot next year.
Oh, yeah.
Do they re-sign him? And then he turns back into Sam Darnold?
Well, he paid a lot of money to a guy down here, and look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive Player of the Year of the week twice, and now
nothing.
Now you can't hit the broadside of a barn. But hey, he's a Michigan State quarterback. Here's what I got though for you.
3rd rounder, drafted by the Redskins.
Here's the one that you and I both haven't discussed. And this is my biggest surprise. Positive. Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Because you and I, on that same podcast, said he has nobody to throw to. They're going to be done.
That's a well-coached team, too, just quietly.
A phenomenally coached team. And just...
And that's a great quarterback.
Yes. I think Josh Allen. I'm a big fan of Jared Goff, of what he's been able to do. He's got a lot of weapons though now, and it's hard to say a 12-1 quarterback doesn't deserve to be considered for Player of the Year. But between Saquon Barkley and Josh Allen, I think this is a 2-horse race.
Saquon Barkley for sure.
Well, I mean, we should send Mr. Barkley a thank you for dropping a pass in week 2.
Yeah.
So, we'll finish. I think what we'll do is we'll celebrate your victory of the regular season when we're at Guston's, because I even though I've got a 3-game deficit, I'm not very confident that we're going to make it up on the Dallas side, and I don't see Green Bay imploding, even though they have lost 2 to Detroit. So I don't have to worry about the division that you had claimed is going to be. I've got that locked up. But yeah, you and I also picked Atlanta, and I would say that probably was one of my biggest disappointments.
Well, I think they'll still win the division.
So, the Hero World Challenge just wrapped up.
Yep.
Once again, Scotty Scheffler.
I'm glad he needs the money.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's struggling.
Teddy
doesn't play. He doesn't
I'm
play
going to
golf
use
for
one
the
of your
money.
lines. I think Teddy just finally stopped counting all of the money that he had won.
Now he's got to start counting again.
Now he better start counting again.
Yep.
What a season!
Unbelievable.
I mean, outside of Tiger, can you think of somebody that had a better year?
No, it's ridiculous.
I mean,
surprisingly, he won the Player of the Year. Could you?
Oh well, that's a shocker. I mean, should have given it. Oh wait, wasn't there talk? Oh, Xander.
Yeah, no.
Going into the FedEx Cup playoffs, it was a 2-horse race.
I don't like the playoffs. I don't like that last way they do that last event when you get a head start.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I think there should be a tournament within a tournament. I think you should have that. I think that's a great one, but I also think you should have who actually won that tournament at the same time.
Like they originally did.
Yeah.
So you award the winner of the tournament.
Yeah.
The actual tournament.
I mean, so the guy.
But then how do you do the points?
Well, I think you do the points as well. I think you start off with the points and do that, but I think there should be a separate, like the guy who's 30th can actually have a chance to win the actual tournament he's playing in. You know what I'm saying? So they they have a tournament within the tournament. You have yes, this is the points one, and
so
you are going to win.
So then really all you're doing is playing for the prize money.
Yeah, because I mean they need the prize money. I'm actually looking forward to the golf this year in the commentary with Kevin Kisner.
I was going to say there's some good stuff coming for next year.
He's a good man.
Kiz?
Oh, great bloke. Great bloke. You talk about a knock-around bloke that'll love to have a beer with you? Him.
Okay, so I gave you an assignment last episode. I'm going to give you another one.
Try to catch him? Get him on
Yes. Can you get Kevin Kisner on our podcast?
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes?
I'm going to say yes. I think I could work that out.
Okay. Our first guess is Daniel Chopra. That's locked up.
Yeah.
We're working on
Kevin Stadler. I'll get Kevin Stadler on there. Stads will do it for me.
Greg's gonna.
Greg will be on there. Greg will be on there.
Greg.
He's overseas at the moment. He just finished 7th on the Legends Tour over there in Mauritius, I believe.
Nice. Who's caddying for him now?
I think you just pick up a house caddy over in places like that because they don't play for much money on the Legends Tour and which is like the Champions Tour of the European Tour.
Yeah.
They don't play for much money over there. You've got to finish in the top 3 to sort of make some money. It's like Nationwide Tour, Web.com, Corn Ferry, whatever you call it, Nike,
Corn Ferry,
Hooters, whatever.
You done?
Done with all this.
Reminiscing on all the all the names, all the sponsors,
all the caddy bibs that I have tucked away somewhere.
That's what you should wear to the podcast.
I only have 2 left. I gave a lot of them away.
Why?
Yeah, there was a buddy of mine. He had a basement. He's a huge golfer, and he refurbed his basement and stuff. So I gave him all my caddy bibs to hang up and stuff like that. So some from the British Open and things like that. And when I caddied with Michelle and all that, so I know where they are.
I've got one
back.
I've got a caddy bib of my own.
Of your own?
It was a gift.
I think I have 2 left. I think I had both from. They're both Jared's.
The tournament that you just spoke of, as a member of the media.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, they gave us caddy bibs with our names on the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wear one at the Gustons one. I'll wear the Jared Lyle one at the Gustons one. There you go.
Well, I've got my hat that you gave me.
There you go. You can wear that one.
So I'll wear that.
Okay.
So Scotty wins, shoots 9 under on the last day,
As you
and
do.
blows Tom Kim out of the water by 6. And not a soft field either. I mean,
No, it was a good field.
It was a really good field.
Yeah.
Surprises from it. Did you watch it, actually?
I didn't watch much of it at all, to
Okay.
tell you the truth, because I had a birthday week, and so golf wasn't high on the list.
Oh, that's right. We were still celebrating.
Yeah.
Check out episode 13 for all the highlights or lowlights.
Yeah, it wasn't high on the list of watching golf that weekend.
So you didn't see much of it. I paid attention a little bit, just because of the field. I love when it's those smaller fields, but it's also like, I mean, there's some guys. I mean,
there were some guys. I think the thing for me was I kind of knew the scores because I always have a look, and then when I saw Scotty Scheffler won, I was like, what?
Yeah, I was.
It's like he wasn't even up there last I checked.
I literally wasn't paying attention on Sunday. We had a bunch of things going on. We're doing some. We've got a bunch going on with the kids and the family and stuff like that. But I did the same thing. I went, wait, what? And I figured he maybe have snuck it out, like playoff hole or blew him away by 6.
Blew him away. Just destroyed him.
My biggest surprise is the way Justin Thomas is playing.
In a good way?
In a good way.
Yeah.
I thought actually Thursday, Friday, I thought he actually was going to win the tournament.
Yeah, I think he'll turn the corner this year. I think he'll have a better
I do too.
I think he'll have a better
I think
year.
he's going to have a good
I
year.
don't think he's going to win a major, but I think he'll have a better year.
So, I'm glad you bring that up.
See how I led him into that, Leo? That was good TV.
That's what we call a
good
segue.
It's called a what?
A segue.
I thought that was something you rode.
Not a subway, a segue.
Isn't a Segway like a bike or something?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. You
I don't know.
okay.
But anyway, I led you into that beautiful.
You did. Mike Conti would be very proud of you.
I was just about to mention that. I think Mike would be very proud of that one.
By the way, before you leave for Australia, we have a coaching session with him.
Yeah.
He listened to us while he was calling all the Atlanta United playoff stuff. You ready for this?
Yeah.
He actually liked it.
Well, if he likes it, that's good because he's the boss.
A major program director of a big sports station actually liked our podcast.
All right.
I think we did something right.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But he's going to coach us.
We've got to have the meeting.
He actually wants to do a listen and learn with us.
Okay.
He's going to walk us through it.
Okay, I'm in.
So we'll get it.
Well,
set
he's
up.
won like 1,000 awards for like.
Yeah,
he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's won a few awards. Most recently, the Gabby for best play-by-play.
Yeah.
For the 3rd time in his 8 seasons of calling it.
And when Atlanta beat Miami, that was like one of the best calls ever. Like at the end of the game. That was unbelievable. I could listen to that over and over. That was awesome.
Go back though. I will say this: if you can get the audio from the end of the Montreal game, when he starts going back and forth with some fans.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's good. That's good radio. Like we talk about good audio, good podcast and audio. That was good. That was good radio.
I'll have to listen to that one.
Yeah,
that sounds...
I'll see if I could drum it. I'll send it over.
Oh
to you.
yeah, please do.
So let's talk about the majors.
Yep.
Now, you'll define the majors as there's 4 of them. I define the majors as there's 6.
6. What's the 6th one? Because obviously going to say the Players Championship is in there.
Players is 5th.
And what's the 6th one?
Then we are going to call. Now we are in the middle of December.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to predict today the FedEx Cup champion that you and I are going to see in August of next year, right down the road from where we're broadcasting from. Maybe I'll get that is another guy that's going to join us, by the way.
Who's that?
The executive director of the Tour Championship.
Oh, yeah, I met him.
Alex Urban.
I met him at the
Yeah, he's going to join. He wants to jump on.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we'll be over there for that. So we're going to pick.
Sorry, I got sidetracked. Leo was creeping around over there. I didn't know what he was doing.
With his crazy holiday sweater on.
Again.
Okay.
Uh-oh, he's got notes. How come I never get notes?
I've got... So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
No, you can start.
Okay, players. Now, you're not going to count it as a major.
No.
but I'm going to say that Justin Thomas returns to the winner's field, the winner's podium for the players.
Morikawa.
You got Colin.
Yep.
Okay. The Masters.
Scotty Scheffler. No doubt.
And this is where I'm going to go opposite. Rory. I think Rory wins it.
Stop.
You can say stop all you want.
Were you drinking before you came here today?
No. A lot of coffee.
Should have been.
I think he is a man on a mission.
He's trying too hard.
I don't think so. I think
you can try too hard in this business, and I think he's got it into his head. Another guy who wants to win the Masters so badly is Justin Rose, and I think he does the same thing. It's just too much. Put too much pressure on yourself.
Hey, listen. I mean, it's evident.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't won a major in 10 years. I think it's just pressure in the majors overall at this point.
He could have won one last year, except for a little putt there on the end, which was a really hard putt, by the way.
I was going to say, anybody that says that putt wasn't...
I would have made it. I think I missed one of those in 1983.
I think you missed a few of those while we were out the last time we were playing.
That's not true.
On much slower greens and not downhill. Okay, PGA.
Brooks.
So that's where we'll differ. Because I was going to say there is a caveat. Obviously, all the LIV guys that qualify or can qualify or now can qualify through the DP or World Golf Rankings now. I'm actually going Bryson.
No. He'll win the U.S. Open again.
By the way, did you see that? Were you watching his hole-in-one over the house
absolutely,
thing?
every day. That was awesome.
How great was that?
That was awesome.
Okay, you talk about a guy that has completely changed the perception of fans.
Oh, 100%. He's awesome. He's been unbelievable.
I am now a huge Bryson DeChambeau fan.
Me too.
Like,
always have been.
See, now I couldn't stand the guy. I thought he was obviously an odd duck, but also very standoffish, very...
He wasn't really. Nah, he really wasn't standoffish.
But that was the persona.
Yeah.
The perception. Now, like, and I'll say the same thing. I hated Tiger Woods. I say it because I watched his caddy and him just be rude to people when we were in Michigan, in Grand Blanc. And that was my perception. I didn't get to see him. I also don't know what it's like to be him or have to go through the things. Same thing with Bryson. I think there was a lot of hype around Bryson when he first came out. The different clubs, the clubs were all the same length. You know, he's got the cap on. He's just a different guy.
Yeah.
You know, now, I'll get him back out on the tour, please.
Oh yeah, he'd be awesome for
Jay Monahan. Do something good for the tour.
Good luck with that.
Get him and Brooks back.
Yeah.
The rest of them can stay. Good. You know, take your money. You're now playing on it's a glorified golf league.
John Rahm.
They can stay.
You wouldn't want Rahm back?
No. Goodbye. Don't need him. You're only.
Back.
I keep hearing, oh, we got to bring the best players in the world back. You know what? Guess what? The best players in the world are falling apart over there.
Well, no, they're not. I don't think it's falling apart as much as they don't play as much.
You don't have as
they don't play as much.
Your level of competition every single week is the same thing.
Yeah.
You have no feeder system into it.
And you've got $600 million in the bank, so what's the incentive to go and practice as much?
There is none.
Yeah.
I'm glad for these guys. Do not get me wrong. I am happy for Harold Varner.
He's another good guy.
Great guy. I'm very happy. I miss him out on tour. He'd still be getting his tail kicked every week.
But he's got his money.
He's a great
guy. We used to play practice rounds with him every week.
I'm happy for him.
I caddy for Will Wilcox.
But you know what? I don't think he's getting better being out on the LIV tour.
No, he's just getting richer.
Great. That's what you're there for. I'm a competitive guy.
You're not angry about the
I
LIV
get competitive.
He's angry about the LIV tour today, aren't you?
No. Actually, honestly, I think there's a...
I think he woke up grumpy today, Leah.
Oh, no, you want to get me onto something. You talk about all the craziness that's going on right now out there. You got, you can call me conspiracy theorist all you want, but you've got drones flying around New Jersey. You've got CEOs being executed in the middle of Manhattan.
Well, we're not going to politics now. I'm staying out of politics.
No, we're not going into politics. This is just real life. You talk about some wacky stuff happening right now.
There is.
But at the same time, like, I think there's a place for LIV.
There is.
I think we also took a very hard stand from a tour perspective. You can't come back. Look at how great DP is doing because bringing some of those guys back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, Joaquin Niemann. Give me Joaquin Niemann. As a matter of fact, I was going to pick Joaquin.
I was actually, yeah. He'll be up there in a bunch. He's a player. Good player.
I miss him.
Good player.
I think he probably did himself a disservice by going over to LIV.
He did.
Okay, so you've got Brooks. I've got Bryson. U.S. Open.
Bryson.
And we're going to flip. I'm going Brooks.
Oh, really?
But I thought you were going to say Scotty because you had talked about Scotty earlier.
Yeah, I did. But
so you've given Scotty another Masters.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it.
That's it.
Okay. The Open Championship.
Rory McIlroy.
I think you see the return of one Viktor Hovland.
His caddy's a good friend of mine too. Another Australian guy.
You talk so our boy Michael, huge Viktor Hovland fan, like obsesses.
Michael.
Yeah, our guy, our foursome partner, obsesses.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You never would see it coming, did you?
Maybe I need to get him to meet him.
Oh, dude, you would.
Oh, if he makes it to the tour championship,
I mean, you did sell your baby 2-iron to him, so
yeah,
I mean,
he owes me. Yeah. I'm looking after him.
Maybe he owes you one though.
I'm looking after him.
Yeah. So I've got Victor.
Okay.
FedEx Cup champion.
There's only one answer.
So you think Scotty's going back to back?
Yeah. He'll probably win another 6 or 7 events this year. He's that good at the moment.
Oh, well, clearly. I mean, look at what he just did at the Hero.
Yeah, he's that good.
I didn't want to go there. I truly, truly believe that this is Rory's return this year. I think Rory McIlroy will be the FedEx Cup champion in August.
You might want to send some of your money to Vegas this week.
Oh, I'd be happy to place money on
and put some money
on a future on that.
I'm sure we know a few people going out there this weekend.
Well, we do. I'm sending some of my own staff out there for a football game on Monday. Not Leo.
Leo, you going to Vegas? Did you get an invite to Vegas?
Leo's not going to Vegas.
I didn't get one either.
We're not going. It's a football thing. We're not football. We're golf. They pigeonhole us.
I like football.
I love football. I've already done one trip. It didn't work out very well for us the last time we went out there. So
Denver
it was nice. It was nice to return back home for a little while, but that did not work out well.
One of your homes.
One of my previous homes. So I guess next time, I believe we're going to have Mr. Chopra.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Again, can't wait. I'm excited for that one.
All right, so we've got our picks set. What we're going to do as we get closer to the start of the new season.
So what are we gambling on these picks, by the way? How are we going to figure this out?
I don't know. Yeah,
how are we going to figure this out? I think obviously we go finish position. Counts.
Okay. Do you want to do dollars, like money, or points? FedEx points.
No. It's where position they finish. Like if my guy finishes third, that counts as 3 points, and if your guy finishes 9. It's 9 points. The fewest points wins.
You want to do it that way. You don't want to do total earnings.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a lot of math for me.
I'll figure it out. I'm smart. Metric system. I got it.
Do you even know where the show sheets are?
No.
Okay. This is where it's going to be a problem.
I know where the show sheets are. They're on my Google Drive.
Yeah. You can't find it.
I can find them. I know. I found them last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like the teasers?
I was wondering what they were. I was
the
like,
trailers, huh?
I was like, what are these? Yeah.
Oh, all the sheets that Dave does all the work on. Oh.
Yeah, and then, but see, I don't do any of that work because then you just come in here and you surprise me, and I have to off the cuff. I
You
have
are
to be quick.
sharp as a attack.
Sharp as a bowling ball. Sharp as that thing there. And then so I have to be, so
You got to fill that. But, by the way, you still said you were going to fill that with golf balls.
I need to follow you around a little bit more to get them.
Wow. I think you spent as much time in the woods as I did.
I did.
during that last
Actually,
outing.
it was kind of funny because
Actually, I was playing a lot better than you were that day.
Yeah, well, I probably drank a little bit more than you too that day.
You
The
did.
fireball shots came out, yeah. I wonder who I should thank for that.
Not me.
Oh, you know who it was.
I know.
His initial start with John Parler.
Yeah, there you go. That last couple of holes when we teamed up with his team.
That was entertaining.
Yeah. My bag hit the ground a couple of times.
Yeah.
I got him back, though.
Mine too.
I got him back.
Yes, you did.
Well, next time.
Daniel Chopra. He's up there next.
So make sure you follow us on Instagram, X, and of course you can always catch us on YouTube.
YouTube.
On YouTube.
You're having trouble with that one then? YouTube?
No. I'm
the
not
Odyssey app?
Well, you can download us on the Odyssey app. Yes.
See,
Very good.
I'm catching on to this stuff now.
Yeah. So what's our outline then?
I don't know, just with the next one where you have Daniel on, and then we're going to hit the road eventually soon.
So we got to continue to work on it. So we're going to make sure that your drives are long, your putts are short, and your scores are low. Next time on Tales from the Tips.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do that next time.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.